We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.
As a number of white conservatives are attacking the young black man who has been charged in this case. His name is Carmelo Anthony. They are demanding that he get everything thrown at him for what took place in the death of Aaron Metcalf. So let me unpack what happened here. Guys, roll a video. So understand, so 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, this is him being released from jail, okay? He's been released from jail. A black judge lowered the bond. Well, that black judge has been getting death threats as a result of that. That's Judge Angela Tucker. She's been getting massive death threats. Now, again, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony says he was only protecting himself when Austin Metcalf, according to witness statements to police, tried to shove Anthony, who attended a rival high school, out of a pop-up tent when Anthony grabbed a knife from his backpack and stabbed Metcalf in the heart. Now, Anthony is now out on bond. Now, his parents held a news conference today, and the father of Metcalf showed up. Here's a tweet that racist Charlie Kirk sent out with the video from the news conference, okay? He sent this tweet out here, all right? And so you see him attacking the family and attacking activists because of what was stated. What does Kirk say? Insanity. Dominique Alexander, who represents Carmelo Anthony, just attacked Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, for attending a press conference held by the Anthony family, calling his presence, quote, a disrespect to the dignity of his son, unquote. Kirk tweets, this is revolting. I responded to Kirk. I said, I'm curious if the Metcalf family held a news conference and Carmelo Anthony's dad showed up at that news conference, would you be saying the same thing?
That's the dumbest sugar honey iced tea ever. If the person who killed my kid, you decide to come to our conference or our meeting for our family uninvited, I'm having an issue. You killed my son, and y'all are taking up for the nigga. But that's not the same on the flip side. Oh my God. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Y'all are here with On Point with Van and Mika. We are going to do a real quick show for y'all, but I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. What you think so far, Miss Mika?
Hit the Cash App. Dr. Umar, they were like, hit the Cash App. So Roland Martin. I got the first thing I want to say about Roland is the fact that he believes what he says is amazing. 2, it's amazing that he's able to brush those little bit of hairs that he have right here. He's still able to brush that straight back like that. Look at it. It's straight back. It's just straight back.
Are you able to
It's like
talk
little
about
whisper.
somebody without talking about somebody?
You just want to blow it because it's only like a little bit of hair. Just... And number 3, who is the producer of this show? Why did they put that lavalier right here? Okay. Why did they put it right here? Knowing it was going to drag his shirt down and we have to see taco meat. We don't see where his neck ends.
That was on
Right.
purpose. He wanted you to see
And
that
you know
chest
he
hair.
gets mad. And so we gotta see all that move. It's just we have to eat our lunch. Like we don't want to see this. I can't take him.
That
I don't
taco
take him
meat is for
seriously.
you. Do you think he's a race hustler, and why?
Yes, he's a race hustler.
What makes him a race hustler?
What makes him a race hustler is that everything is about race. Everything. Everything. Everything.
Everything. Everything's about race.
Yeah. Okay. If and he'll even do it with two quote unquote people of color. Okay. Like
Don't call it a
everything.
cone back. What'd you say?
That's not a cone back. That's like a whistle back. Because it's only about that little bit of hair. Like when you comb it, you at least gotta. There's no comb that's getting to that.
We gotta get back to the to the race
Maybe a
hustler.
toothbrush. Maybe a toothbrush. That's baby hairs for real.
Oh Lord. Yeah, that's I mean, here's one thing though, that I have an issue with.
Mhm.
I used to look up to Roland Martin. You know, me being a Democrat and unapologetic black man, black everything. We don't like white people, all that other stuff. I was that 1,000%, 1,000,000%. But I depended on him to have. I used to think that he was intelligent. I still think that he's educated. He went to
I don't think he's
school,
not
got all these
intelligent.
degrees, but intelligent. I think I think he's choosing the side he's choosing because he know how easily he can manipulate that side, and that comes off as extremely disingenuous. Um, that shows how much of a liar he is. That shows how much of an actual hustler he is of the black race, because that's where he get all of his money from, and all he has to do is constantly sell fear to them on a daily basis. Like he opens up shop, he put up all the nice little shiny signs. He even got one of these niggas out here and one of them little signs that go like this. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
he be really
I
selling it.
interviewed Roland Martin, right?
I'm sorry, you said you
And
interviewed him?
yeah, I interviewed Roland Martin. And yeah, because I used to do all of the celebrity red carpets and things like that. So I interviewed Roland Martin, and one of my interviews that I did with him, like he was just talking, and it was fine then, right? Like I know who Roland Martin is. It was fine. And then he went into his spiel. Like I didn't even ask, like I made sure the question that I put forth didn't have anything racial. Okay, we were at a function for mental health, right? And I'm just like, what do you think about mental health and da 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 da. And he gave a good answer at first, and then he was like, because these Republicans, they be going in there, and they go take the boot. I was like,
He had to
I had
take
to
it
be
there.
so professional.
He had to take it
I'm just
there.
like, why? Yeah. So
Well, I
that's Roland
mean,
Martin.
he thought that since he was talking to a young black sister, that, and this always happened. I don't give a damn. We in a restaurant, we could be in a restaurant, a bar, Home Depot. When people got something negative to say about anything, they believe that I'm already on their side, man. You already know, man. With Trump being in office, things are effed up now, bro. I don't even know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I'm just stressed out right now. I'm trying to thank God for my blessings, but Trump. And I'm like,
Don't
okay,
you
then this
hate
don't
that? Don't you hate
everywhere I
that?
go. We
Like
even
they
had
automatically think that. Like liberals, they think that anyway, right? Like the only thing worse than that is just like a DC white liberal. Like those are the worst.
you said the DC white liberals.
Yeah. Like them in New York. Golly.
Yeah.
But yeah, liberals, they just automatically say that you're in their box. And I let them talk. And I just be letting them talk. And I'd be like, well, when I went to go vote for Trump, I didn't see none of this stuff. They'd be like, excuse me? I'm like, yeah. When I went to vote for Trump, I didn't see none of this. You voted for Trump. Why would you do that? Because I have a vote and I can do what I want. I'm grown. Yeah, that's what I did.
And where does the conversation go after that?
Yeah, usually vote, eyes roll, neck roll,
Yeah, you don't get too much
something.
good vibes after that, pretty much.
No. Honestly and truly, if I want to actually go somewhere and I don't want to be bothered, I wear my Trump hat on purpose. Just
You
so
know what?
nobody
I
talks to me.
I seen that on a. Did you get that from Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David?
No, no, but I do that. I will do that on purpose when I know it's like a place where like people are super liberal and they might just talk and talk and talk. Yeah, I'll do that. I wear my Trump hat.
That's smart. That's smart. Larry
Like,
David did it. He was getting pulled over by the police, and when the police came up to his window, he put his Trump hat on, so
I
so
got
he didn't
police
get out of a
videos.
ticket, and it worked.
Hey, look, whatever you got to do, it's America. Okay.
Hey, this is America. So on this video though, and another reason why I played it too is because he said that he didn't he said that the judge, a black woman, what's her name? What's her name? The judge name is Judge Angela Tucker. He said
She's a
because she
Republican.
granted that the bond goes from 1 million to 250, I believe, to 250, that people are now threatening her life. You heard him?
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that. Now she's a conservative, right?
Yeah.
She's a conservative judge. Now people have to understand that this is what judges are actually supposed to look at, right? And it's nothing to do with the fact that she's black. Okay. This you have to look at it by law. I can't I can't put something on you and you don't have any priors and things like that because then it looks like I'm biased, right? Regardless of what I feel about it. And if justice is supposed to be blind, the law is the law.
The
And
law is
so
law.
I can see how even Judge Joe Brown was talking about it. I can see how she lowered it, right? But that is no means to say that she agrees with what that boy did. You get what I'm saying?
No, 1000%. I was
And so
watching. Go ahead.
people they mix things, and I don't like that because it makes it makes people look a certain way that aren't trying to you know that aren't trying to do things by race. They're trying to do it by the law.
Do you see any fault in Austin Metcalf in this whole situation?
Um, not outside of maybe doing from what I know. Okay, just from what the original story. Now I'll just added on stuff. But from what I know, outside of maybe choosing better ways to, confront people and things like that, because even if nothing would have happened and if it was just a fight, I still would have told my child, like,
Yeah.
it's a better way to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. So outside of that, though, no, like I how I'm viewing it, because I don't have any other information, just the little bit of information that I do know. I see two teenage boys, right?
Right.
Muscling up for whatever reason. I don't know. But where it escalates for me is the knife.
Yeah.
If they would have fought, it just would have been fisticuffs. Okay, whatever. Boys. Eh.
And that's where I stand too. But the thing that they keep saying is that and I still didn't hear about any punches being thrown whatsoever. But they're talking about how Hunter Metcalf admitted on camera, on tape from the reporters. He admitted it. They're saying like it's a big thing. He admitted that he heard Carmelo Anthony tell his brother that if you put hands on me, then something's going to happen. And he said it a
Mhm.
couple of times. With that said, that showed that he planned on doing something to him if it went sideways. And that's why he bought the knife. He didn't even have his hand inside the bag yet, but that's something that they're trying to use for their own defense. That his brother told was a witness that Carmelo said, "Stay out of my space and nothing will happen to you." But then when he came into a space, something happened to him. And I guess that's the Carmelo Anthony's family feeling like they have carte blanche to do whatever the hell they want to do after he steps into that space. I don't believe that part. Like, I'm with you on that. The knife, nah. You touch me, I'm gonna touch you. You push me, I'm gonna
Right,
push you. You, I mean,
right,
as a
right.
matter of fact, you push me, I can swing on you at that point because we still dealing with hands here.
Right,
So,
right. Hey, that's what I'm saying. So I would have figured that would have came to a fight
right.
at best, right? Or pushing, shoving, whatever. And people break it up. Stop, stop, stop. You know how they do. But the knife is, and then what's his name? Anthony. He said himself that he told him not to touch him.
Yeah, yeah. He said, I told him not to touch him. It was self-defense. He was saying self-defense right
Yeah, and
after
then
he was
he
like, I told him
asked
not to touch me.
was yeah,
Is
then
he
he
okay?
asked was it self-defense? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, boys not making good decisions. Um, but outside of that, why introduce the knife?
Well,
If you
we
got to
ain't
push him, you got to kick him to get him up off you, whatever. It is what it is. But the knife, I don't understand, and I don't like hearing that. Oh well, somebody's bigger than me, stuff, da 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 da. Because I'm telling you right now, if it was the other way around,
if it was the other way around, it would have been hell. We already know that, but they faking like, no, it wouldn't have been nothing. We wouldn't have, it would have been the same thing. Nah, it wouldn't have been no
oh
justice. They would have buried the story and acted like they would have protected the white boy and
yeah,
made sure. That's what they
like
think.
they're doing right now with that Dallas shooting. I haven't heard one peep. Because the running narrative is, only white boys shoot up schools. Only white people are mass shooters. When it's drive-bys all the time in Chicago. Last time I checked, if you shoot more than one person, it's a mass shooting.
Oh, we got
If you spray up
switches
a
now.
block,
We
that's a mass shooting.
we got switches, and I don't know how many videos out there on Instagram, TikTok, X, where youngins are out partying somewhere. It's like hundreds of them in the street, somewhere at a festival
Oh,
or
it
somewhere
happened.
having fun.
It happened this weekend here in DC.
What happened this weekend in DC? Oh, at the Navy
Oh, the
Yard.
kids, the
At,
kids, yes,
at the
yes,
Navy Yard
yes.
or at the Navy Yard,
Down,
right?
down in Navy Yard, yes,
Yeah,
down in
yeah,
that part.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that made national news either. I think everything
It's
is going
not
to.
because it's black teens. That's why.
Who do you think made this a racial issue the most? What side do you think made it a racial issue with this whole Carmelo Austin Metcalf thing?
I think the media made it a race issue, and then black people picked it up because they get emotional per usual, and then white people having a triggered response to uh, being accused of being racist, did what they normally do. Well, we not, and then they know how everybody is going to react. Like they know the response.
Oh yeah,
They know
they
the
be
response.
playing the hell out of us.
They know black people are gonna get emotional. They know white people don't wanna be called racist, so they're gonna respond, and then they're gonna jump this way, and then black people gonna go back to jump this way, and then any black people in the middle that get caught, they're gonna be this, they're gonna be on that side. If you're a black conservative, you don't stand with your people when it comes time. It's just all it's all of this stuff when really it's about what's right and what's wrong. And what was wrong was that boy pulling out a knife. I understand defending yourself. If you got to defend yourself, I get it. But the knife, to me, it doesn't warrant that much of an escalation. And people talking about when, well, they jumped him, which there's no evidence of that. But
There wasn't no fight.
let's just say you did get jumped. What and
If there was a fight, where is the footage? Somebody had a cell phone. There was teams and teams of teenagers out there in the rain with nothing to do because they had to wait for the weather to act right before they went out there on the field to do their thing, which is run some track and field. There was different tents of kids out there. They weren't the only three kids out there. There was parents out there. There was little kids out there with their parents. Who shot any footage of a fight?
nobody. Like I said, he did an emotional response. And people are
This
like,
is
well,
not.
he's not emotional because he comes from a two-parent household. And just because his daddy's there doesn't mean that he's a man.
If his daddy is there, maybe he should have done what Charleston White said he should have done. Tell your father. You think something's going to happen to you tomorrow at the track meet? Talk to me. What's up? Tell your mother. Tell the student. I mean, tell the teachers. Tell the coach. Like I'm sure there's a coach out there.
It
There's a
happened.
track coach. There's a few
It
track
happened to
coaches.
me. It happened to me. Happened to me. I remember like it was yesterday. I was in the 7th grade, and I overheard because I was always the oh you think you cute girl blah blah blah. I want to cut your hair. I want to pull your hair blah blah blah. I'm gonna put gum in it, all that. And they were just like I'm walking to my band class, and I heard the girl say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna slice her face." That's all it took for me. I was right upstairs, like, hello.
Why did that? Hold up. So you know what? That's sad. That's sad. And I'm gonna tell you why it's sad. Because that happened to my sister-in-law,
Mhm.
who was a red bone, pretty eyes. That happened to a really good friend of mine, First
Mhm.
Lady of Temple of Praise Baptist Church in Southeast DC. Her name is Aisha
Mhm.
Staples. She literally got pulled into the bathroom at Ballou High School and slashed across the face, all because she was a pretty light skinned girl. And that I, as a young man, I never understood why dark skinned girls hated on light skinned girls so damn much. And it wasn't no white person to do it. It was a dark skinned chicks to do it. They just hate it.
I
I never understood that, man.
I never understood it. And like I said, when it came time, I told they called all of us to the office, and I said, "Well, she said it when she was by her locker. They went in the locker, found a box cutter."
Wow. So she
Yep.
could have tried to do that for real.
Yeah. 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 And so what I'm saying is when you feel like your life is threatening, like you will say something. I mean, forget my face. A box cutter can do a lot of damage. So yeah, nah. I,
That's
I
true.
don't I don't I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, trying to
And
block
and
the knife
and
cutter.
and
Go
what I
ahead.
was telling you earlier when you were streaming this morning, what I was saying in the chat was there's a video. The news went down to the school, and they were asking the kids, "Hey, do you think did you think somebody like this would get charged with murder?" And you know how kids just talk. And it was a girl. She was like, "No, he was a nice boy. I mean, he be fighting and stuff all the time." That's how she's talking. He be fighting and stuff all the time, but a knife, no. And I'm like, what? He be fighting all the time. "Hmm." So they dug into the news, dug into that, and found out that he just almost got suspended in February. So nice boy, okay. Now I do think boys, they knuckleheads, they mess up, but it goes against that whole narrative that they're trying to set up.
Yeah. All
And
right, let
I
me
feel I just feel bad. I just feel bad for one family that lost their child, and then two, you know, outside of him, what he did, I feel bad that for some reason that boy thought he had to act like that. And I don't get it. Like I don't get it. Even and if you come from a two-parent home, why do you think you have to act like that? You got a good upbringing. Why you want to be a hood?
he want to be he actually did. These kids are more afraid of being embarrassed on camera than they are taking an ass whooping. He's
Oh,
probably
I
more
totally believe
concerned
that.
about somebody recording him getting touched by a little white boy than he is about getting his ass whooped and actually fighting somebody and getting a ball from him. People are far too concerned about what other people think. And that's the type of pressure that I can't really relate to because we didn't have cell phones and stuff like that when we were in school. So when I was 17 years old, what I mean, what happened in front of the people that was there to see it, or it didn't happen. You know what I mean? But today, things go viral. So I can't even say how I would feel about that.
Mm.
But as a young
Yeah, I
man,
just
as a young man, I believe you should be equipped to be able to take care of yourself. I mean, that's something that your dad should help you out with. Should make sure that you're good with. Period, man. In my opinion, Brent Ash, the people that think this guy has been treated unfairly are more racist. Are more racist than the South during the Civil Wars. I mean, during the Civil War, the people that think this guy has been treated unfairly are more racist than the South during the Civil War. So nice, you said it twice. Thank you so much, Brent. I appreciate it. And we got one from our girl Brown Eyes. Just want to say hello.
Hey,
I'm proud of you guys. Thank you,
thank
Brown Eyes.
you.
That's nice. That's sweet.
She does
Thank you to
that.
both
She
of
she
you
does have
guys.
really nice eyes too. I looked at her picture.
Why? Because they brown.
Yeah.
See, that's why people be wanting to slice people's faces because, oh, you got brown eyes. I'm gonna slice your face. You got pretty hair. I'm gonna slice your face. That's some old
It's stupid.
hater
Yeah,
colorism
it's
type of
stupid.
ish right there.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Like that's like field slave versus house slave type stuff right there. That's the type of hatred right there because we supposed to be together, but you got to understand somebody's fueling this. Like it got to be your aunts, your uncles, your mother, your father. People only showing love to the, oh, she light skinned, she red bone, I'm gonna love on her, and the ones that's dark skinned, not giving them no love, but no treating them like they silly.
No,
Some color
and
purple.
it's a symptom. But you got to remember before mulattoes became slaves, they were classified as mulattoes. Okay, it was only up until a certain point that they became slaves because mixed children were free. It only when it became an economic issue, right? That these mixed breed classes were starting to become highfalutin and they had a better economic status. So that's when it changed to if your mother was a slave, then you would be a slave. But if your mother was a white woman, you are
Yo,
not a slave.
time out. You young as hell. What in the hell are you doing using terms like highfalutin?
You know I'm raising my grandparents. Come on now. You know that. She be like, that highfalutin hissy. You know how your grandma be.
That's an OG term right there. Highfalutin.
Yeah, you know how your grandma be.
All
Mhm.
right, our next story that we about to cover is apparently AOC has her own red light district in New York. Please do me a favor, gang, hit the like button. Do that for me. That would be really appreciated.
AKA the hostro.
The host stroll in New York City. Shout out to AOC, who is also a part of the host stroll.
Local leaders in the parts of Queens that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez represents are calling on FBI Director Kash Patel to take on the crimes and the gangs. That, they say, is getting worse. All of this is getting worse, despite a massive NYPD crackdown that started last year and resulted in hundreds being arrested. Here to discuss is Republican candidate for New York City Council of District 25, Ramses Frias. Ramses, so great to have you on. I'm going to show you, I was in your district with you at some points. Let's take a look at this flashback so we can show people what her district looks like.
After 7 p.m., you cannot walk around here.
In the corner, every like a week, you heard like somebody was killed, somebody was like beaten.
Está muy inseguro.
I feel very unsafe, truly.
Arrancar la cadena.
I've had 3 times someone try to assault me, try to pull my gold chain.
So
She did not say all of that. All she said was Macarena. She did not say I was grabbed and somebody chased me down and pulled my gold chain and then tried to kick me in the back. And then I said, hey, what you doing? I'm your aunt. And he said, I didn't know that was you, auntie. Let me give you your chain back. He didn't say all that. You are muted.
When did you learn Spanish?
Well, oh, she did say all that?
¿Cómo?
See?
If you don't play the
Ramses, you live there. I was there just about a month ago. Same thing. I saw some of the same stuff. She's out fighting the oligarchy. She's on a tour with Bernie Sanders in like Wyoming and all over and California. What's happening in your district? Why isn't she there?
She's an absentee landlord. She never comes around. She doesn't want to, face the facts that this community is going under. We are facing so many issues, from prostitution, violent crime. Gangs are just taking over our streets, putting their tags up everywhere, and making things so uncomfortable for all of our community members.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the prostitution, because when I was there at 9 in the morning. I was there at 9 in the morning until around 11:30, and I saw dozens of tricks being turned there.
Y'all heard that, right? She was in New York at 9 in the morning, from 9 to 11, and she was able to witness dozens of tricks being turned. Now, I don't know if y'all understand this. She's talking about she witnessed a little Gog 3000 for $40. Behind the truck with a lot lizard for $40. She literally said, for $40, you can get anything you want in New York.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's the AOC way. Miss, I want to decriminalize sex work. Ain't that your boo?
Go ahead, man. Let's listen. She ain't nowhere near no Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, now you gonna try to dismiss her now that she connected to all this crime. What's child?
Let's continue. Listen, they said that because of AOC, they are tricking outside of these buildings. You know what? And if they are tricking, and I ain't got no issues with y'all tricking, just make sure ain't no kids around where y'all are tricking.
That's the problem. So the reason why all of this is even news is because of that. All right. All of that, all the migrants getting sent here, they knew what they were doing. They were trafficking children. Okay. Young girls, all of that. Like, the Democrats be knowing it. That little MS-13 man, Abrego Garcia. Yeah.
Abrego Garcia. You gotta roll your R's.
I can't. I don't need to sound Rosie Perez. Yeah, it can get real hard. So look, what I'm saying is,
when I'm gonna get some daggone Spanish lessons.
Uno, say uno.
Uno.
Dos.
Uno, dos.
Watch this. Tres.
Dos.
Say three.
Dos. You said three?
Tres.
Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. Sexto.
Quatra.
Etro. Ico. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nada.
Sorry to get all bilingual on y'all real quick. I'm gonna have the English transcripts for y'all just in case you want to follow along, man. But sometimes I flip. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mika.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's the problem. That's really the problem, right? When she was talking about sex work, everybody assumed she was talking about OnlyFans. Nah, she was talking about that because they knew what was coming. I'm telling you, these people are demonic. They're disgusting. They're nasty. What was that lady? What was that judge lady that everybody liked that did all the cases with the abortions and stuff? I can't remember her name.
Judge Maybelline.
That's divorce court. You watch too much Medea. No, Ginsburg, is that her name? Ginsburg? I can't remember that lady's name. However, I don't know what she was talking about, what interview she was doing, but she said something about pedos being okay. And I was like, Yeah.
She said they're okay.
Yes.
W-
Yes.
Okay, in what
Yes.
context?
Yes.
Like, what
And
was she
no
saying that they're?
context it should ever be in okay. I don't care what context it's in.
I really can't think of a context of where it could be okay, but I really want to know what point was she trying to make?
'Cause I saw it such a long time ago, but I'm gonna look for it so I can give it to you. That pissed me off. But
So
that
my
is the Democratic Party. They are okay with that.
so my question to you is how is the current condition of New York being pitted on AOC? How is she
Because
responsible for that?
that's her district. So when you're all right, so when you're a congressional person, right? You get voted in by your district.
Okay.
So wherever those people are, right? They choose who their Congress representative is going to be.
Okay.
They chose AOC. So what
So she
goes
can take
on
care
there
of them.
is her area. Just like
Okay.
TX30 is Ratchet Crockett's area.
And about to be Sheldon Daniels area. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Got you. Okay.
So if your area isn't good, why are you flying around the country? For what?
Because she's on
You
a
need to
world
be
tour. Her and Bernie.
she need to be on a tour on the whole stroll trying to get them children up off of there.
On a whole stroll.
But you know,
I mean, maybe I'm giving AOC the benefit of the doubt because I'm just now learning a whole lot about her situation. But I came across this video earlier today and I want to run this by you. All right. Because when you told me that you wanted to talk about AOC, I went ahead and found something with her being on the tour right now with Bernie. And I want to see what you knew about this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yeah.
Folks, I am about sick and tired of this grifting old warlock. I can't do it anymore. At first, I thought to myself, you know what? Bernie's just doing what the hell Bernie does, which is essentially complaining about millionaires well, he was complaining about millionaires before he became a millionaire off of you and I's taxpayer dollars. And then he started complaining about the billionaires because he has not yet broken into the Billionaire Boys Club. But, I would have left his ass alone if that's the whole grift. But the audacity that this ancient grifter would go on a nationwide tour paid for by you and I and spend $221,000 on private jets while warning us about the wealthy elites who are taking our money. Bernie, Burn Dog, Gramps, what the hell are you talking about? But you are the oligarchy. If there is an oligarchy, you are it. You are literally the definition. You have never had an actual job. You are a lifelong politician. The only work you have done is taking our taxpayer dollars and getting them in your pocket. That's what you've done at this point. That's what you got to show for it. The oligarchy.
Are we still beefing? No, Queen B, we are not. I'm not. You had me singing and acting silly today. I should be thanking you. So thank you. I was having fun because of something that you mentioned. So no, we're not beefing. If anything, we have a closer relationship than we ever had. Huh? We about to be wearing matching bracelets. Friends forever. What you think about what he said about, and thank you so much for the super chat, Queen B. What you think what he said about the oligarchy? Your boy Bernie Sanders taking a world tour with AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Alexandria
child, just call her Sandy. That's her name.
Sandy.
So okay. Okay. Her name is Sandy. And so thank you, Queen, for the super chat. Here it is. Bernie Sanders is exactly what he just said. I just talked about this in my video. That man is the oligarchy. And the only reason he's even talking about, because you noticed how he keeps moving the goalpost. Because I remember when I was in high school, that man was talking about, oh, the millionaires, the millionaires, the millionaires.
He was. Yeah.
Well, you can't say the millionaires because everybody in Congress is a damn millionaire. Like, literally. Like Jasmine
Right.
Crockett been there for a hot 2 seconds. All right. Went from being, broke and chubby to, Ozempic and thin and wigs. Look
And
at
getting it.
$9
And
million worth.
skin looks amazing.
The skin does not look amazing. Skin looks like Maybelline, but it's fine. You notice the glow up because of the money. They're all millionaires. So what do you have to do now? You have to call out something else. You have to call out billionaires. And it's so crazy because when you go, okay, I can understand not wanting money in politics. Cool. I can get on that. I can get aboard, on that. How much money did Bernie take?
Bernie took a ton of it. A
Exactly.
ton. I think he was like number 2 on the list.
Colonel
I think
Sanders ain't
Elizabeth Warren
getting
was high on that list.
all that press for nothing. Okay. Colonel Sanders is getting it for a reason. He's taking money. So when you add all of that up, they're playing in your face. They're really playing with you.
Somebody
And
need
they
to
know. Go ahead.
No, I was saying somebody, and maybe you can help me out, but somebody need to explain to this $221,000 private plane stuff, private jet.
Because it's $15,000 per hour.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. $15,000 per
So
hour.
the longer they're on their tour, the more money come on, bro. 15,000 per hour.
Per hour.
I'm in the wrong daggone field.
Oh, but forget about the money. Let's just throw the money out the way. These are the you need to ride a scooter. You need to be on a scooter. Why do you want to drive a car? Well, we're going to tax you non-extra dollars to come across in the toll. So now you got a consumption tax in New York. Meanwhile, you get to bust a hole in the ozone layer with your private jet. That does nothing for you. Okay. The hypocrisy.
Oh, it's totally hypocrisy. It's total hypocrisy. 1,000%. Because they was the electric people. They was the environment people. They were the save the planet people. And now they're like, F the planet. We got a private jet.
He was Captain Planet.
He was.
And everybody else around him, all the little, progressives around him. Oh, let's not do the X pipeline because, the environment. Please.
Man, I still like Bernie because when he shake his hands, he get all nervous and start blaming the rich people. I like that. Blame the rich people and say you're going to give people that going on free school and free this and free that, free lunch. I used to love free lunch. I used to go to school just for the free lunch. I know that's something you can't relate to.
They need to put him exactly where they put Joe Biden, Shady Pines.
They put Joe Biden, the Biden that we have seen in the last couple of years. This is just between me and you. The Biden that we have seen in the last couple of years, that's not Biden. I don't know who the hell that is. But that's not Biden. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. But that's all I'm gonna say. I said it, y'all can clip it, leave it there. Foul.
Bernie Sanders needs to go to Shady Pines.
What is Shady Pines? Is that a group home? I mean, an old folk home? Is that like hospice? Bernie not ready yet? Why you gonna send him to hospice?
Please.
Bernie not ready yet.
No, he needs to go. He needs to go there. I'm so sick of that man. He need to retire. He need to go watch the birds.
He will go watch the birds once he's done seeing the world with his new lady friend, AOC. because you know he putting the moves on her. If they in a private, come on, I got you a private jet. Last time you seen a world like this. This me. I'm this me. Go get you some more champagne. Dom Perignon. Do people still drink Dom Perignon?
I've never drunk it, so I don't know. Champagne gives me a headache.
Champagne should give everybody a damn headache. I don't like champagne, bro.
I like it in a mimosas, but by itself, it gives me a headache. Bernie Sanders is
Y'all are mean as hell. That's what y'all are. Let me know in the chat. Do you think Bernie Sanders is ready to go
yes,
to the up?
yes,
room
yes. The man,
with
look, the man,
ease?
look. I have my grandfather right now is 80 years old, and he's sharp as a tack. Like he's sharp. But
You said
I
he's
call it,
80?
yeah, my grandfather's 80. He's
Okay.
he's my last living grandparent because all my grandparents are gone. Yep, he's 80, and he can walk from his house to the store. Got 2 dogs. Got a bike.
Can he do that line dance and say, where them fans at?
No, my grandfather's Polish. He can do the polka or something.
He ain't
He
doing no
don't do no
line
line
dances.
dances.
Well, that's a blessing though that he's that seasoned and he's also that mobile and independent. Yeah, that's definitely a blessing. Shout out to your bloodline. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, everybody in my family lives a pretty long time. My grandmother, she was 85 when she died.
Yeah,
Her
kudos
mother,
to your family.
her
That's
mother was
what's up.
106.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, her mother was 106 when she died.
Your grandmother?
My great grandmother.
Your great grandmother was 106?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Jesus.
I met her when I was little. I was probably like 5 last time I saw her. Yeah, she was like 106.
106.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious. I want what she's having. Well, no, not anymore, but what she had while she was here. To keep that. She's $1.06. That is crazy.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Yep.
That's
So
the oldest person I know.
I mean, it happens. So I know sharp older people. Okay, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, shady pines. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Well, in other news, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar or hip with this whole Justin Bieber thing, man. Justin Bieber, how many of y'all are familiar with him? Justin Bieber hit the scene when he was like 30. I mean, he was like 11 years old playing drums, and he got discovered by Usher playing drums on YouTube. And now this young man is falling apart, man. And it's unfortunate. I know a lot of y'all probably don't care. He's Hollywood. We don't care. They're using up all their riches and spending millions of dollars to hurry up and kill themselves. And if that's not you, I'm just saying I have a heart for certain things. And plus, I used to listen to Justin Bieber. You know, he wasn't my hero or nothing like that, but I listened to his stuff. But check this out. He was at Coachella. I think that's an annual. Is that an annual concert that they put together with the biggest names in hip hop? And he was there partying, having a good time. And I just want y'all to see his mannerisms, see how he was just completely gone. And I believe he got married not too long ago, right?
Yeah, and him and his wife suffered from that COVID vaccine.
Oh yeah, he was like stuck on one side or something like that, right?
They had paralysis, yes, both of them. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's sad, man. Well, here he is right here, guys. Y'all gonna hear the music come on and then go off because I don't want to catch any flags. Why are you still smoking, bro? You won. You won. You're done. You're
When
done.
when you gotta wash them demons up off you,
And
it's hard.
right here, he looked like a hype.
Did you watch Terrence Howard's interview?
No, what would he say?
So it's what I tell you all the time about why I didn't do certain things in the music industry. And it's because I wasn't willing to do certain things.
Right.
And a lot of people are. And some think it's a game that they're just saying this, and some don't care until they have to actually do it. And unfortunately, with men, it's one thing with women, but with men, when your manhood is gone, not by your own, your own doing. A lot of them in Hollywood don't come back from that. A lot of that stuff in the music industry and in the entertainment world is, you got to do what you got to do if you want to be like at a certain level, because they'll let you go for a little bit, but you want to get to certain heights. It is what it is.
Wait a minute. So the price to getting to certain heights in Hollywood is to let another man play with your booty hole.
Same for women.
So a woman has to let a man play with a booty hole in order to get to another height.
You gotta do a lot.
Why is the booty hole the key to the next level?
They gotta do a lot because
That's
it's
nuts.
Because it's like a embarrassment. It's like a humiliation.
Bruh.
So
Come on, man.
A lot of people, and Terrence Howard was talking about it. And I told a lot of people, go and watch that interview with Terrence Howard, because he talked about that. He's like, yo, a lot of these people, they want to get up a certain way. Okay, cool. But they can't come back from it.
Well, since you brought it up, we're going to look at a little bit of it, because here's the Terrence Howard interview you was talking about. And you're absolutely right. Damn, bro. I cannot, I don't. We buy you 2 houses and the Bentley. All we gotta do is that money, more. We got all the Johnson's baby oil you can rub. That's crazy, man. That's all right.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. He wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. Look at Patrick Bet-David's face. Look at Patrick. Hey, look at Patrick Bet-David's face. Patrick Bet-David like, wait a minute, what? Wait, hold up. Flag on the play, nigga. What the hell? And another question, why is LeBron up here? Okay. Why is LeBron's picture up here? Why is LeBron James' picture up here? They need to put Larry Bird picture up here or something. That was for the chat. I already know they're going to start getting mad at me. Okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Here, and I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor
some...
Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Wow.
And so they asked him at the end of that interview, they said, would you send your kids? He said, hell no.
Hell no, Usher ain't sending his damn kids.
But why, if it's such a great place, nothing wrong with it. I sure would send my kids.
Here's my issue. L.A. Reid sent him. He sent Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber probably got some young artist that he discovered and he sent them.
Correct.
Who sent L.A. Reid? Bernie Gordy?
That's how it works. That's
Smokey
how it
Robinson?
works. That's how it works. Puffy didn't start out just bottles of
lube.
Puffy, you got to remember, Puffy had Bad Boy, right? Biggie was his artist at the time. He didn't have any money. Puffy left, went to go see, not Jimmy Iovine, but the other dude. I forget his name. Went to go see him. Came back, $200 and something million deal. Never ran a company, nothing. Clyde Davis, that's his name. I don't know why it was escaping me.
$200 million asshole?
A $200 million deal. And that is how Bad Boy started. Now, Clive Davis is also the one who signed Whitney Houston. Cloud Dave signed a lot of people.
Of course.
And all the people that he signed, just look at him. Look, I've been in the entertainment industry a long time. I can tell you right now, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that happens there. And just like Terrence Howard said, you get looked over. If you don't want to do stuff, you get looked over. I'd rather get looked over.
Yeah, I'd rather get looked over too. That's crazy. And I'm honestly, if I was Leonardo DiCaprio, I'd be pissed. Like, how you gonna name me as your favorite person to come to your house? Like, out of all the thousands of people
Because they all with it. They all
men
with it.
that
They're
have come to
all
your
with
house,
it.
you say Leonardo DiCaprio.
They're all with it.
I guess they like playing Titanic or something. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just ain't no party like a Diddy party. Come on, Bron, really, man? I think Bron probably had like 50 hoes over there. Like, I don't think Bron. Come on, I just want to believe. I don't want to think that Bron did
So
that.
believe it.
He's not fluid. I don't want him
So
to be
believe it.
fluid.
Go ahead and believe it. That don't make it true. You can believe what you want, though.
We assuming. That's what we doing. We assuming. We
Okay.
never seen no pictures, nor do we want to, or any video, nor do we want to,
Okay.
of anybody doing anything
Okay.
to the great LeBron James.
Okay.
Dang, man, that's
Look, you can believe whatever you like. Or in the words of Tupac, you can tell them people you roll with whatever you want. But you and I
thought
know
you
what's
about to say,
going
I ain't
on.
no killer, but don't.
You and I know what's going on. Tell them whatever you like.
But that's unfortunate though, because
Why are you such? Thank you, Andrew. What else? Yes.
Jesus. How do I remove this?
Every time that pop up, I don't know why I don't see it coming.
Yeah, that's sad, man. All right, so then we got Bill Maher had a conversation with Charlie Kirk. I pulled up this one specific clip so we can discuss together. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, gang. I appreciate it. And for everybody that's on Twitter right now, on X, watching us, make sure y'all hit the like button and share this bad boy as well. All right. Hit the repost on Twitter, on X. If you're watching me from X, you one of the 104 that's over there right now. Yeah, I see you. 104. Make sure that you go ahead and hit that repost and hit the love so that other people can see this. All right. Because frankly, if you don't hit the repost, then you're a hater. We already decided that. All right. Here we go, guys. Hit the like button.
We have different jihadis that want to kill me. The purple-haired jihadis, the woke guys.
Well,
So
they kill me. They want to kill me just as bad.
probably.
Oh, they really do.
No, you've been very outspoken on the woke stuff. Big time.
Yes. I mean, and they just the way within a religion they hate their own apostates more. I would say they hate me more because I'm supposed to like get on the short bus to Crazy Town with them, and I won't. And yet I'm still a liberal and still like, you know, I mean, we probably could argue all day about Donald Trump and what he's doing, which I'm not down with. But, you know, it's always the people who are closest who think, oh, gosh, you shouldn't have, you're a traitor somehow.
I was going to ask, is it because they thought you were one of them and that...
I am one of them. They're not one of me. I'm okay. It's the liberals who have...
So they've left you, not you left.
Yeah, well, I
think
feel like there's liberal and woke are two completely different things. It was a theme of my last stand-up special that I just did a few months ago. And it's basically I mean, it wasn't the whole special, of course, but it was a large part of it devoted to that, to proving that case that, you know, what liberals believe woke is something completely different. It's very often the opposite of it. You know, liberalism is let's live in a colorblind society. That's the goal. Woke's goal is we see race everywhere.
Race obsession.
Yes. Okay. So that's not liberal. You change. Liberal is there a two-state solution. Woke is river to the sea. Okay. Those are, so just don't take my word and say you're that. You took this and took it to, you got off the F train, you fell asleep, and you got off at 20 stops too far, and don't blame me for that.
All right. What you think about that, young lady?
I mean, a broke clock is right twice a day. He's correct. These people are nuts. They are.
We have different jihadis that want to kill me. The
But hold
purple
on
hair
one second. Let me stop that. So, all right, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was just saying these people are nuts, right? They do all of this stuff. You know, everything is about. We were just talking about it. Everything is about race, over and over and over again. Like I see race here, there, everywhere. I see misogyny, sexism, xenophobia. I'm a very intelligent person. I never knew what xenophobia was. That's not in my lexicon. I don't know. So it just you just come up with stuff to be irate about.
Right. My wife calls me a xenophobe all the time when I make fun of Chinese people and the way they talk, and I make fun of Indian people and the way they talk, and I make fun of African people and the way they talk, and I make fun. There's another people in the way they talk, and my wife called me a xenophobe. I told her that I'm old school because I don't hate anybody. I just
Did you tell her she's a xenophobe?
huh?
Did you tell her she's a xenophobe?
Nah, I didn't tell her that she's a xenophobe.
Because I'm sure she's in with the 92% calling him the orange man.
Yeah, she called him
orange
angry
people
Dorito.
have rights too.
She called him the angry Dorito.
That xenophobia. Orange people,
But
like,
he's not from another country.
orange people don't have rights.
No, they don't. Orange people do not have rights. People have rights.
Sounds like liberals.
Americans have rights.
Sounds like liberals. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
So what did you think about when Bill Maher said that they want to kill him? Like when they see that he's not in line with them.
That's
he's
what
like, wait a
liberals
minute.
do. That's what they do. Just like, you know, how the black liberals don't like black conservatives because they're not in line.
They? You mean you?
No, because I don't give a damn. So you have to care, you know.
I mean, you mentioned it though. So I'm just saying, I just
So
want to be specific.
yeah, I
I want
mean,
to be
you have to
specific.
you have to care to really, yeah. But yeah, if you know,
They don't like they love
but
to
they
talk
really
to you.
in Bill Maher's defense, it really you. They really hate you because I don't care. You come from them. I don't.
Who you talking about, Bill Maher?
No, I'm talking about liberals. So
You talking about me personally come from them?
yeah. So like somebody like you, they would hate even more because
yeah,
you know better.
Yeah, they got issue with me. They say, I can't believe you, brother. Like, really, brother?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes.
You know better. That's those people are nuts. Like there's no way. On one hand, you say you don't agree with any of this, but you still vote for those people. There's no way you can have values and morals and still vote for those people.
Well, according to them, you can't have values and morals, nor can you have a relationship with God if you vote for Trump.
Well, how are they
hates
having
everybody.
relationships with God? Because liberals like AOC, liberals like Jasmine Crockett, both of those people are for abortions. And I remember AOC saying, "Oh, we should abolish the death penalty." Okay. But yet, y'all kill 90 million babies a year. Or ain't counting. So everybody but the fetuses. Okay. That's the reason why I can't, there's no way a liberal could say anything to me. I don't care, woman, man, child. If you're a liberal, you can't do a moral anything with me. You literally support throwing babies in the toilet. You literally support torture. Because if you've ever seen an abortion, they literally rip the baby apart. You support that. It's wild. I don't want to hear that you believe in Jesus and all this other stuff. I don't even if you Muslim, I don't want to hear that you believe in Allah. No, you cannot possibly. Because everything you're doing is against it. Like everything. Not one thing, all of it. It's literally the opposite. There's nothing godly about liberalism. Nothing. It's literally the opposite. I don't care what you are, Buddhist, monk, whatever. You can't be that and be a liberal. You can't. It don't work. And that's why Bill Maher, and I respect Bill Maher because you know what he is? An atheist. Makes sense. He's a liberal and an atheist. Makes sense. Because nothing that you're doing is godly. You cannot put those two together. So no, a liberal cannot have that argument with me ever.
Well, here's the one thing I have against Bill Maher. To be honest with you, is he can't possibly be comfortable in that chair.
He's like 2 feet tall.
But he's been like
and he's drunk.
He looks very drunk. He's about to make another. He's about to make another drink too. He's about to keep.
You know that man is either drunk or high half of the time, child.
And you know he's drinking alone because Charlie Kirk don't drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I see he got what, like 1, 2, like 3 things of water over there. He got sparkling water, look like, and some Fiji water.
And Bill Maher just having a party by himself. I think it's kind of rude not to drink liquor with him. If you over there drinking, you got to drink with him.
Now, for someone who's a social drinker, meaning like I don't just drink to be drinking. If I don't want to, I don't. Especially not with a liberal. There will be no soul ties here.
You might learn something.
Yeah.
They can help you out, sister.
Help me out with what?
Sister. Since that's what you act like you are, a sister.
There's nothing about me and the 92% that match. Take a poll in the chat right now. Nothing.
Your first name. That's the only thing. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like,
not even my first
name. She don't act like a, you know what I mean?
And see, and this is the problem with Americans sometimes, right?
Nah, don't say that. Nah,
no,
that's a black
I can say that because I'm American. This is the problem with Americans sometimes. They don't bother to look up what that name means and where it actually came from.
Ain't nobody gonna look up that name.
I know. It must be a liberal thing.
The fun is in knowing, hey, what's going on to my 120 people on X watching this bad boy? Make sure you hit that repost button. The problem is that you looked it up. I never looked up what band means. Maybe I should. Bill Maher was high as a damn kite.
You know
he usually is. And guess what? He's at home from work. I ain't got no issue with that. That's his house. Charlie Kirk, come over here.
Again, I don't mind it. I told you, I respect Bill Maher because he stands on his craziness, his derangement, and he doesn't try to act godly. So you can't do nothing but respect it.
All right, so I got 2 real short videos that I want to show you. You have enough time for that?
Go ahead.
All right, cool. This one right here is what's his what's his name? Flame Monroe.
Flame.
Flame Monroe.
Flame. Yes. That is that. Look, Flame gets respect from me. Okay.
Me too. I get
Keeping it
everything that's
real.
about to be said. I agree with. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with this too. I know y'all don't like to agree with this personality that's about to talk, but I'm sure you're going to agree with the sentiments. Let me know if you agree with this right here. Come on, where we at?
I do not think that it is fair for trans women to compete against biological women. I will stand on that till God come and get me, because it is just not fair. Here is the thing: create a lane. We wouldn't even have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
When the special needs Olympics, when special needs wanted to compete, they created a lane. Paraplegics, they got people with one arm and one leg that lost their limbs in the military fighting for this country, but they created a lane. The women wanted to compete on a professional level for basketball, they created the WNBA. Create a lane for trans sports, and the conversation will be done. Because you're not going to tell me, like the story I saw a couple of weeks ago, a little 16-year-old boy in Maine or somewhere was number 172 as a boy and decided the next day that he wanted to transition and identify as a girl, and he was number 4 in that region after my daughter has trained, fought, put in her blood, sweat, tears, and years to be in this position, and then you're going to let this inadequate boy, is exactly what I call him, who wants to now be an inadequate girl, be better than the biological girls? Miss me with that. I'm from Chicago, West Side. It will never fly with me.
Miss me with that. I'm from Chicago. I must say I agree 1,000%. Didn't
No
say
lie.
nothing that I didn't agree with
No lies though.
at all.
So I mean, again, it doesn't take much to have respect for stuff, right? Nobody cares what you want to do with yourself, but you can have respect for other people. That's the problem with the whole trans movement, like the nut job ones, right? They want you to act like you don't see what you see and you aren't what you are. I don't really care that you want to dress like a girl, because that's
Do
what it
you?
is. That's your business.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me we are the same, because it's chromosomes, it's hormones, it's in your blood, it's in the DNA. Like everything, it's deeper than just this that makes you a woman. So to say that you could put on a costume and become a woman, like I can put on a police uniform for Halloween. I haven't been through a police academy. I'm not accredited. No, I'm not a cop. So it's the same thing. But if you want to wear that cop uniform all day long, every day, it's your business. Doesn't mean that you are. And that's the only problem that I've ever had. Other than that, I treat people with respect as long as you treat me with it. But we're not about to be delusional. And that's why I can respect Flame. Not delusional. Especially when Flame hit that inadequate boy, because that's what it is.
An
An inadequate boy. Like you could not run, you could not ball. Now you want to come over here and beat up on the girls. Like
Yep.
I keep telling you, that is misogyny if I've never seen it. That's misogyny. You failed as a man. Now you get to come over here with the girls.
Question was Flame being transphobic by saying that?
No, because I doubt if Flame is scared of him. Nobody's scared. Nobody's scared of a man in a dress. Nobody. Everybody sing Tu Wong Fu. Nobody's scared.
I couldn't even finish that movie. There's a TV show, a TV series out right now that I wish I could finish, man. I couldn't even finish. I couldn't even get past season 1 for real. Jesus, man. I'm so blown.
Yeah, it's a agenda. Again, this is a small population. They're only like 1%. So why are we pushing 1% of the population on everybody else?
Because they want to feel like they are their own people. That's why when they come into a restaurant and you call them ma'am or you call them sir, when they're ma'am, they're going to correct you and they're going to file some type of charges against the organization.
See,
restaurant.
there's a difference, right? And like customer service and all that. And people say, okay, if I see you sitting at the table and I see you whatever, and I say sir, and you're like, oh, I like to be called Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer.
Are you going to do it?
It's a name. I don't care about that.
Okay.
You want to be called Jennifer? And you look weird, not me.
But don't you
know?
feel like you have the right to play along, or you like if you decide not to?
Right, but I'm talking about customer service, right?
Okay.
Like if I own a restaurant, right, and I'm waiting on you, more than likely, I don't care what you want to call yourself. I don't care. You're here. You're as long as you're not blowing up the spot, I don't care what you want to do with yourself.
So a trans woman is a man that's becoming a woman. A trans man is a woman that's becoming a man.
No, a trans woman
A
is a
trans
man that outwardly tries or may even appear to be a woman.
So a
But it's
trans
not.
woman started out as a man.
Correct. And a trans man
Trans man started out as a woman.
is biologically a woman.
What is a Trans Am?
That raggedy car from the 80s.
Don't be disrespectful. That was my dream car.
Yeah, you real old school. That's how I know. That car child will shut down and
I don't know nobody who still got their Trans Am.
you ain't forever know nobody. Possible and worth trying to keep. Child, please.
Oh my gracious. All right. So one more I wanted to show you guys, and this is real quick. Apparently, this lady lost her children at the airport, and this is how she responded when they lost her children. Well, when she lost her children, they didn't lose her children. She lost her children, and this is her response. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, yes. Get out of here, man. Move. Move. Get out. Move, 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 move.
She was dressed like a wrestler.
She looked like the Big Show. She always made it to the Royal Rumble.
Oh my gracious. So she's at the Miami International Airport and she can't find her churn. So she's telling them to find her churn. She's saying, find my churn. She's not going to find them, but she's telling them to go find her churn. This is bald-headed reasoning. If you were to look it up in the dictionary, it'd probably be a picture of her, like, just like this. She's wild. She's a wild one.
Like, first of all, why don't you know where your kids are?
That part. Never have I ever lost my kids in no damn anywhere.
What were you doing? Probably eating. However, where's your children?
Why you say she eating though? See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, I don't think you. That's.
I told you, if you are on the wrong side of things, I don't have no problem. That woman lost her kids. Okay, that's already a problem. It's too many perverts out here. It's too much trafficking going on. 2, you destroying property. And in the airport, we all know, okay, some of these people can't get it together, and it already takes long enough. And now you slowing up the process. And 3, it only takes one thing, and oh my God, the plane is delayed. Yeah, couldn't be me.
Maybe they should find her churn. Maybe they should find her churn.
Did they tackle her?
I hope so, but they don't have a recording of it because I think when she saw somebody recording it, she did something to him. I don't know. She did.
She ran full speed.
But she did something
She hit
to
the
him.
whole
and
A gap.
I say we pray about that. You got anything for the people before we go?
This is sad. Like, this is really sad.
What, our people?
Who people?
Our people are fallen.
That is not my people.
Are in a fallen state.
That is not my people. I do
Black
not know
people
who.
is your people.
That is not my people.
That's your people.
That is not my people.
This one of your long lost cousins right here.
Nope. Can't be. The back.
She's about to fly come see you because she got
She wasn't about to fly come
matching
see me.
outfits.
She wasn't about to fly come see me.
She got you a matching outfit just like that.
No, she don't. I would never try to stuff an outfit like that. Why would I do that? She look like a Slurpee. Nobody about to do this. It's just like, who told her this? She got on Spice Girl shoes. I mean, she looked crazy. I think she touched. I really do. I'm just saying, she a little touched. She a little touched because when she kept banging that thing in.
You done. You got it with Slurpee. I'm okay. She looked like a Slurpee. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's it. And the Spice Girl shoes. And those are some expensive shoes though. Those the Adams or something like that. The something Adams or
the who?
The something Adams or Abrams, whatever my son. I don't know what the hell they be wearing them.
Not the Stacey Abrams.
No, not those. I forgot what they called.
You still on Stacey Adams?
No, not Stacey Adams. It's the other one. That everybody.
Steve Madden.
Is it Steve Madden? No, it's not Steve Madden either. It's a name that I'm not good at these brands.
I don't know. Whatever they are, they got hella stability because that's a lot to be on them shoes. That ankle.
Guys, do me a favor. Make sure y'all go to the link inside the descriptions and follow the On Point channel and subscribe also and hit the notifications because we're going to start doing our live streams over there for On Point. So we're going to do our live streams directly over there so that when we do them, we want y'all to show up. All right. We're just trying to put things decent and in order the way that Jesus expect things to be.
Oh, wow. Almost Miss McHugh.
You know, it's joke time. Are they Prada? Not though. Oh, they said they're Prada. Those are Pradas. Yeah, I know there was some expensive shoes. Those are I knew they was some expensive joints. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for pulling up, hanging out with us for a bit. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Make sure y'all go and follow Mika on Red Cup Podcast, Mika. And also anyone that want to do some
What?
content creation and you need a coach,
Hold on.
get the
Hold
YouTube
on.
course.
I got
that's
one
inside there.
request. I got a request. I always gotta help the people. Kamala. Okay, you can go.
Really?
It gets
Who
the people
told you to say
going.
Kamala? Hold on one second. Let me see.
It gets the people going. It's provocative. Whatever.
Come on, Joseph. Really, bro? With 2 S's. First Joseph I ever known with 2 S's.
Joseph.
Yeah. All right, guys. So if y'all want to learn how to do some content creation, you need some help, make sure you hit that link inside the description, very first link. Sign up for the course. And please do it before before I figure out how to raise my prices, because I've been trying to do that all weekend and couldn't quite figure it out. But I already said that I was raising them after the first 100 people. It's not to be greedy. It's just I'm trying to stand on business. But thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all are dope. And for all the people who submitted super chats, thank you again. And I will see you next time. Mika, you want? Oh,
Yesterday's price, not today's price.
that part. Later, guys. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.